It didn't happen.
Well, now I've started recording, so I hope that you don't sneeze on me now.
It was just about to. It got to the precipice of the nostrils, and then it just was like, just went away.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, why does that happen?
What, you have a sneeze coming on, it's about to happen, and then suddenly it just stops?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the anatomy or the physiology of sneezes.
Oh my god, I was just listening to a podcast recently, and they said, was I? Yes, I was.
What?
And they were talking about like the physiological response of sneezing and how recently apparently we just figured out like the exact mechanism by how it works.
And how does it work?
Oh, they didn't talk about it. They just said because excuse me, I'm sick. The episode was about a different topic, but in the beginning of the episode, it's ASAP Science. They'll talk about other things they learned, and I think one of them mentioned the sneezing thing, but since it wasn't the topic of the episode, the topic was Ghb the drug.
Okay, what is that? GHB? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's like gamma hydroxyl butyl. It's basically it works very similar to the way alcohol works on the brain.
Okay.
So it gives you basically a sort of drunk, euphoric feeling when you're on it.
Okay.
The problem is, you can have like, you shouldn't, but you could have like 7 drinks in a night, right?
Yeah.
And you could get really drunk, but like, you might get like, depending on who you are, maybe that is a lot for you and you get sick and you vomit, maybe you get a little alcohol poisoning. I don't know. But with things like GHB, it's like milliliters you take.
So a lot less.
So like the difference between, an overdose of alcohol and not alcohol is a large valley. The difference between an overdose and a not overdose of GHB is a teardrop.
Oh, I see. You have to be much more careful.
Yes, I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it being distributed. It literally, the person had like a small like plastic pipetter that measured a milliliter and put half into a little tiny thing and gave it to the person.
Right.
It doesn't taste good, so you have to mix it with something else. But you can't drink alcohol while on GHB. If anyone's going to do GHB, which I am not supporting anyone do drugs, but if you're going to, you should have all the information. If you take GHB, you cannot drink any alcohol, not a single drink, because you're already super intoxicated on the GHB. One more drink and you could legit die. People die from taking GHB and alcohol.
How do you feel about drugs in general?
I'm so sorry to start us on such a depressing note. I think drugs. Listen, I'm not going to say people should do drugs. I'm saying that people should do whatever they want to as long as they are being as safe as humanly possible. So if you're going to do something, educate yourself as much as you can on it. You have to find an extremely reputable source for it, which can be very difficult. But with things nowadays like alcohol, like marijuana, and even in some states you have like mushrooms are legal.
Right.
There's so much more education out there. So, you can educate yourself, you can find people who know, and if you're going to do it, you have to be extremely careful.
I think that drug use should not be illegal. Just like the usage of a drug.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
I think
distribution maybe is a different story. Like, especially if the drug could be potentially dangerous.
Yeah, I honestly think that drugs shouldn't be illegal to use them. To use them though, or to obtain them, should be extremely difficult. Extremely stringent. Like, if you could go now, I'm not saying anyone should do this, but like, let's say there was a clinic, a clinic where you could go and be like, all right, I would like a micro dose of MDMA, and then in a clinical setting, they apply it to you. They're like, nurse practitioners, doctors, whatever there. That isn't a bad thing, and it probably is better to have it in those settings than people getting drugs and using them at home or using them, outside. So
yeah.
I think there's a big conversation about drug use that has to happen, but we're not going to do this right now.
We're not going to do it right now.
You know what we're doing right now?
What are we doing right now? I didn't introduce us. Hang on.
I was just about to. That was my transition.
Okay,
bitch.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You know what we're doing right now?
What are we doing?
We're doing the What Do the Gays Think podcast, where we come at you almost every week to talk about what these two gays think. I am one half of the Plusle Minen duo of this podcast,
Oh my
Patrick, and I'm
God.
joined by my Plusle, Matthew. How are you, Matthew?
First of all, Plusle and Minen, I feel like that's a pretty good descriptor of both of us because they're pretty gay. I will say, like,
Yeah.
like if there was, all like the kind of Pikachu mimics that they have throughout the generation. If there was going to be a gay one, I'd say Plusle and Minen kind of fit that bill. Anyway, I also like that you gave me Plusle because I like Plusle more than Minen.
Well, I was just taking Minen because I'm a little more pessimistic, and I thought minus negative.
Oh, well, I mean, you could be pessimistic about some things, but
I think I'm pretty. Well, I would call it realistic, but people would call it pessimistic.
well, I think there's a difference. Anyway,
Anyway,
wow,
hi.
welcome to the What Did the Gays Think podcast. Pat, it was your birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
We had a lovely time.
You
We went
want to
out.
talk about it?
We can talk about it.
Well, I'll keep it brief because the listeners weren't there, or viewers on YouTube. Um, we just went out to the city. We had a lovely time. I did a lip sync performance to Dua Lipa,
Yes.
Physical, my favorite Dua Lipa song, and I took off my shirt. I grinded on my boyfriend. The drag queen liked it. The audience, not so much apparently, because
I
I
loved
didn't
it.
win.
Well, I loved it. And you know what? I was thinking about that drag show.
Oh
And
yeah,
when you base like the performance scores off of people clapping and people screaming, right? The first
yeah,
person is always going to get shafted because people are going to clap. They're going to be like, yeah. But then, of course, the second person, they're going to scream louder. Then the third
yeah,
person, you're going to scream even louder
yeah,
just to,
because
just
they
to one up the
know.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, because they like, okay, now that they've done this loudness, this level of loud, I gotta do more. I don't know. I'm sick.
Exactly. And you were, unfortunately, the first person to go. So you were the first person to be judged by the audience. So, of course, the
Yeah.
loudness level was going to be the least for you. And I feel like that was not fair.
I still got two shots out of it, even though they weren't straight liquor. It was sort of like a little bit of hard liquor mixed with sour mix.
Oh, well, that's okay. It was an amazing
Um,
performance, though. You took off your shirt. I think you said that
yeah,
already.
I wiggled, I jiggled. I have the video. I haven't watched it.
You haven't watched it?
I haven't watched it again. I'm too embarrassed to look at it.
You should post it to our Twitter so that our listeners can look at it.
Oh, maybe I will. Maybe I will. Or like I'll post like part of it. Not the whole thing.
The
It's a
part
bit
where you
so
the part where you took off your shirt, at least.
that's like the most salacious part. Actually, no, I guess the grinding is the
Yeah,
most
not the
salacious
part where
part.
you grinded on Kel. No.
Well, someone had to, and it was me. So then we went to a few bars and clubs afterwards. I had a good time. I hope everyone had a good
I had
time.
a lovely time.
Um, I did not receive the dick of death. So
The next day you did, though. At least that's what
the
you
next day
said.
I did. I did. The next day I did, and I received that gift, and I was ready to receive that gift.
I love that for you. I love
Um,
it.
but yeah, then I had my actual birthday the Monday after, and that brings me to my first topic.
Oh, okay. Tell me.
I saw Trixie and Katya live,
Oh
the
my
Trixie
God,
and Katya
yes.
live show that they're touring the United States with currently.
Now, I'm assuming you weren't allowed to film any of it because I didn't see any clips or anything from
No,
you.
I was only because like at the very end, everyone stood up and it was the end of the show. So I took a very small Instagram video of them just bowing at the end of it. But there were
Hmm.
signs everywhere to not record it. People still did, but I
Yeah.
chose not to because I was trying to be a good person.
Yeah, you be respectful. Respectful
Yeah.
of their copyright, I guess.
Yeah, and I had a VIP pass because I bought for Kel's Christmas gift VIP tickets for us. So I got to
Mm.
meet them. I got to take photos with them. And it was so lovely. I immediately saw them, was blinded by their brilliance,
Oh.
and totally forgot what I was going to say to them. So
Oh.
I just kind of looked at them for a minute and was like, "Oh right, I have to talk." So I was just like, guys, I love all the content you make. Thank you for like doing what you do, yada yada yada. And then I was like, I even bought like the Katya makeup palette, but unfortunately I'm
Ah.
too poor to buy the Trixie makeup palette.
Mm.
And then Katya goes, "Well, you bought the right one because it has the most versatility. It has the best colors. And then Trixie was behind her and said, "Don't worry, I'm gonna make money off of you anyway."
Ooh.
And I was like, "You're absolutely right." And then they took photos. Then we saw the show, and I bought a lot of merch, which was good. I got this hat, this lovely new hat for our viewer to look at on YouTube,
Oh my
which
God,
is Trixie and Katya.
yes.
I love a baseball cap.
You do love a baseball cap. It's kind of the
I do.
straightest thing about you.
It is, because I hate flat brims. I have a few flat brims, but I hate flat brim hats because my head's already huge and it kind of makes my head look bigger. But a nice baseball cap, a nice curved
Hmm.
rim,
Good curvature. Good curvature.
good curvature, just like my dick. Um,
Curvature.
yeah,
Tell me about it.
people's dicks curve. It's not
What's
a
the
big
curvature
deal.
of your dick? I feel like
I
we've had this
haven't
conversation before.
I didn't get my protractor yet. I'm gonna
Right,
order one
right.
off Amazon, and then I'll tell you about the degree. Did you know that if your dick bends past a certain degree in curvature, like it's considered like, you can actually get it medically fixed because it could cause like damage or could be due to damage and things like that.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
Anyway.
No. Did you know that my math thesis in college was about curvature?
Oh my God. I wasn't sure where this was gonna go because, ladies and gentlemen, and they thems, if for those who don't know, Matt actually double majored in undergrad.
I
He majored
did.
math and psychology,
I
right?
did. I
Psychology.
did.
So I was almost thinking that you did a thesis on like the curvature of dicks and how it affects men as like both a psychology and a math thesis combo.
Oh, I wish. I wish, but no. My psychology thesis was about emotions, and it was specifically about how I think it was physical activity impacted people's emotions.
Working out.
Unfortunately, I left. Like I graduated before the results of the actual study that we performed. I couldn't
Oh,
actually see the results, so I didn't know if physical activity had a good impact on emotions or not.
well, did you ever
R.I.P.
find out?
No, I didn't.
No one followed up?
No.
Oh
And you know
God.
what? It's okay because then I went into data, and now I don't really care anymore.
My God. And did we talk about it on the podcast yet?
Let's
The
talk about
news?
what news.
Your news.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about it. I'm not gonna say about it too much. I'm not gonna say
Okay,
anything too
well,
much. I did get
Matt
a new
has
job.
news. Yeah, Matt has news. Everyone congratulate him now.
Everyone congratulate me. I got a new
Clap.
job. I'm not gonna say where,
No.
but I did get a
No.
new job for some more monies.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'll give them a hint. You ready? It's for a service.
what kind of
It's it's a
service?
it's a company that provides a service.
That's basically all companies, so I'll accept that.
Okay. Provides a service people like.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, I got a new job. That's lovely for me. I start in a couple
Mm.
weeks. So I've been offboarding from my
Oh.
current company for the last couple weeks. Everyone's very upset that I'm leaving,
Oh.
which is understandable because I dealt with a lot of things at my old job.
Little
Um,
baby.
Little baby, I'm moving on. I'm moving on to bigger and better things. So here we are.
Oh, here we are.
Another thing that's happening in my life at the same time, actually, is I'm getting
Yeah,
my
what?
kitchen remodeled.
Oh, yes, I've heard.
Yes. So I don't have a kitchen currently. It's very annoying.
Can't cook.
I can't cook. I don't have an oven. The oven's gone. I don't.
Mm.
The only thing I have is a microwave and the fridge. So I guess I could, like buy pre-made meals and then heat them up.
Yeah.
That's one thing I could do, or I could just eat out. And what I've been doing is I've just been eating out. You know.
Well, why don't you do those meal prep things, like a frozen meal prep company?
I could. I thought about it, and I might do
Yeah.
it. I might do it for depending on how long the kitchen takes. I'm hoping it doesn't take that much longer, because they just did like all the electrical wiring for
Mm.
the kitchen over the last couple days. So I'm hoping that they're just gonna put in the cabinets, they're gonna put in the floors, and it's just gonna be like nice and quick, like one more week, hopefully. I don't know
Now,
exactly.
do you feel comfortable airing on the podcast about how much this renovation costs, or is that not a good not a good conversation to have?
um, uh, I mean, I'll say it, and then I'll decide if I want to cut it out later or not.
Okay, everyone, grip your seats in suspense for either a number or empty airtime.
Empty airtime. It's just gonna be cut out. Anyway,
Okay.
the renovation is about 50,000.
Oh, okay.
Kitchen
But
remodels are pretty expensive.
does that include new appliances as well?
Yes, it includes
Oh,
the new
okay.
floors, the cabinets, the electric work,
Yeah.
the new appliances, the countertop. So all that is included in that. About 50.
Yeah, that's no, actually that's not terrible. I was expecting more, honestly.
Oh, no, no, no. It was about that. Although we did get a cut on the like installation and the cabinets, and this leads me right into a good point of mine. We did get a deal on all of that because we have a family friend doing the work.
Yeah.
Now this family friend,
Mm. Mm.
and I
Mm.
will say my family in general, like extended family, so not my immediate family, but
Mm.
like a lot of my extended family are big, big Trump people. They love Trump in my extended family.
Mm.
I will say that. This
Mm.
this family friend also really loves Trump. Like the trucks that they come in, two of them, at least two of them, have all of those like Trump bumper stickers. One of them has literally a big picture of Trump with the thumbs up, like right. It's like huge. And I'm like, all right. And then I saw another bumper sticker that was like, "Don't blame me. I voted for Trump," on one of these trucks. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Which I feel like that's not uncommon for like, these types of contract workers like electricians or like, these type of builder people. I feel like it's not uncommon for them to be big Trump people. I don't know why, but I
You
feel
saying that
like
blue collar workers are often what, Republican?
um uh, is that what blue
Or
collar means? I'm not even sure what blue collar means.
isn't hold on, everyone shut the fuck up. I'm gonna go because like white collar is like business people, right? And blue collar is more like laborers.
Is
Blue
that so?
collar. Wait, blue collar versus white collar. Yeah, gimme Google. Pink
Google.
collar. Okay, white collar workers are known as suit and tie workers who work in service industries and often avoid physical labor. Blue
Right.
collar stereotype refers to any worker who engages in hard manual labor such as construction, mining, or maintenance.
Okay, then yes. Then
Wait, what's the pink collar? Pink collar jobs refer to jobs that are predominantly held by women. Well,
oh,
this isn't. I don't like that. I
I
don't
don't like
like how
that
we
either.
associate a color with a gender. Anyway,
Anyway, that is very weird because then it gives blue collar a different connotation, which I don't like.
which is
Uh,
only masculine because women
exactly,
can't work hard manual jobs. They're too
exactly.
dainty.
My God. To be fair, all of the people that were doing the household work here are all men, and I hate it. Um, anyway, so yeah, I think that blue collar jobs then are. I will say that they will lean more towards Trump. From
Okay.
my perspective, from my own,
Anecdotal.
perspective, anecdotal evidence, I would say.
Yeah. We're not speaking from a statistically significant standpoint.
Yeah, I don't actually know. I could look up the stats, but I feel like a lot of blue collar workers will lean that way.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I overheard a conversation, and I think I told you about this.
I remember, and I want the listeners to know as well because
um,
it
uh,
it didn't shock me.
in general, I will say they are not friendly people. They are.
Yeah,
But
of
I did
course.
I did overhear a conversation. They were talking about this house that sold for like $700,000, something like that. And they were like, "Oh, why did that house sell for so much? Like it shouldn't be priced that high. There's Mexicans in that neighborhood."
Ah.
Hmm. And I was with Troy at the time, and Troy was like, "Did they really just say that?" And I looked at him, and I was like, I'm not surprised that they would say something like that.
Yeah. I I had something similar. Well, kind of similar happened to me when I was younger. I used to live in Queens when I was a baby.
Mm.
Which is quick shout out to Radhika. She doesn't believe that.
What?
Um, it's a whole thing. I'll tell you about it later. And we lived in a few places in Queens, but we lived in like Glendale, Woodhaven area, and predominantly originally it was a lot of white people, a lot of like European white people. So you got Italian, Polish people living over there, Irish people as well, and then as time moved on, a lot more Spanish people moved in, and even some Black communities as well. And my dad and grandfather and uncles would never would sometimes have some unsavory things to say about the community as it became more and more diversified. I'll
Yep.
just say that.
Yep.
So it's not an uncommon stance to have, especially from white men.
Specific white older men. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Although
So,
white men in general too, but yes.
wow. So, what'd you do after you heard that?
I didn't do anything. I will
Hmm.
say I was upstairs. They were working downstairs. I overheard the comment, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I was laying in bed, and I was like, uh.
Yeah, because I think
Just
at that point, because a lot of people will be like, I think a lot of like liberal people, obviously left-leaning people will say like, they'll say either, you should vehemently confront them or you should have an open dialogue with them about what they said. But then at the same time, there is there are many ways to be like active in being anti-racist or being very supportive of minority communities besides approaching family members that you're kind of distant to when they're like fixing your kitchen and making a whole big thing out of it, which can cause a lot of stress for you and your family and become a bigger issue than it has to be. So,
yeah. Listen, like I probably would have confronted this person if they were not literally actively working on my kitchen.
yeah, last thing you need is for them to like fuck up the gas line, the gas leaks, and the house blows up.
Yeah, I don't need them causing any problems. Like, I know that's a little bit of a selfish thing to say, like, in the grand scheme of things, but, like,
Yeah,
I'm not trying to cause a confrontation while someone is actively working on my house. Like,
yeah.
and,
Um,
and I doubt anything that I would have said in that instance would have changed their minds about anything, seeing all the Trump stickers and all of that stuff on their cars
some
already.
people are some people are in too deep. Like I've found that no matter what I say to my family members, certain notable figures, it's they've drunk the Kool-Aid so much their blood has become Kool-Aid.
Oh my god, did you see that I forget who posted this study. Someone posted a study recently in
Mm,
which a whole bunch of people that specifically only watched Fox News, they
mm,
had them watch CNN for a week. And then like the
oh,
results of the
mm.
study, they all basically said like they had changed some of their views on like vaccines.
Oh,
Yeah, like on vaccines, on masks, on like general social issues, things like that, just from a week of
I
watching
thought
CNN
this
as
was
opposed to
gonna
Fox
turn
News.
dark.
No, and it makes me kind of feel like, okay, if these people just like actually watched anything besides Fox News, like
Yeah,
then maybe they could like get a different perspective. But
yeah,
they're so into their Fox News, they're so into their OAN, they're so into whatever other crazy right wing news organizations are that they would never actually turn on CNN.
oh yeah. Did you know that when I was a kid, I watched Fox News a lot?
Oh, did that influence you at all?
No, because what happened was I'd watch like Fox on Channel 5 because it had like shows like House or Bones or whatever
Mm-hmm.
fucking show was on. And then they'd have it at night and right after it'd be Fox News at 11 or Fox News at 10, whatever time it would be at. And it would just be like the local New York news basically.
Oh, okay, okay.
And then I grew up and I was like, because I hear people be like, Fox is terrible. And I was like, is it? It just told me the local news. But then I realized that the news network is a lot bigger than just what's happening in my neighborhood.
Right. Well,
So,
things
but
that happen
wow.
don't affect just me. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, they don't.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Anyway, Ezra Miller, update.
Update. Okay, something new has happened. Tell me.
Well, some rumors are churning. So we spoke before about Ezra Miller being a little crazy.
Right.
Um, he was arrested in that bar in Hawaii for like causing a disruption. Like some girl or person was trying to do some karaoke. He was trying to get the mic from them. Apparently, and I don't know if this is true, but the person was singing the song "Shallow" from A Star Is Born, featuring Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper, and I'm just like, of course that would be the song playing, like the song that had been entrenched in social media during that film's release. And I guess he just heard it for the 12,000th time and snapped. And you know what? I don't know if I can blame him.
Wait,
But
he snapped. What
anyway,
did he do?
Well, then he tried to like take the microphone from the person. And he pushed that one guy, and that's why he got arrested. But there were
Okay, okay.
rumors. There were rumors that shortly after that, WB, Warner Brothers, the film arm of it, held like a secret meeting about what they were gonna do with him.
A secret
Um,
meeting.
like whether or not they were gonna continue to work with him, whether or not he'd continue to be the Flash. And then people were like worried that he was gonna get fired. And then someone came out after that saying that that was just a rumor and that actually didn't happen. Now,
Mm.
I think especially with celebrity and like influencers and people like that, there's always the PR, team that's ready to sort of put out a fire or do damage control. So I
Oh yeah.
100% believe that that could happen. I mean, Johnny Depp was accused of abusing Amber Heard by Amber Heard, his girlfriend slash wife at the time, and he was dropped from the Harry Potter Fantastic Beasts series as Gellert Grindelwald, which may have been a blessing because apparently the most recent movie was garbage.
Oh,
Um,
like the one that just aired?
the one that just came out.
Oh,
I haven't seen it, but I heard
neither have
it
I.
wasn't great. So it's not uncommon that actors, actresses, people will get dropped for their behavior, obviously. So, and funny story, apparently Amber Heard made up that shit about Johnny Depp, and Johnny Depp is now like countersuing her for defamation,
Oh,
and
here we
people are
go.
really like gung ho about Johnny Depp, and I'm happy that this might be true because I was really upset when that happened because I was like, Johnny Depp, why would you hit your girlfriend slash wife? But apparently,
Mm-hmm.
like she like made up a lot of the shit, and I was like, oh fuck. But Amber Heard is still in Aquaman 2, so like where is there's no consistency here. So Ezra Miller might be dropped.
Oh my god. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the I don't want to say culture wars, but like the celebrity drama, I feel like is very inconsistent on
Yeah.
like who's doing bad shit and is it true? Like we never know. I don't know what's happening. Like they banned Will Smith from the Oscars for 10 years, something
10
like that.
years. 10 years.
10 whole years.
A decade.
So yeah, I don't really know what's going on in the celebrity world. And you know what? I don't really care all that much.
Well, I do just because I love film. Quick side note about that whole Harry Potter film thing.
Yeah.
The Secrets of Dumbledore, Dumbledore's secret.
Yeah.
Well, the secret's not that he's gay, because apparently he is. And he's gay with Gellert Grindelwald, which is an evil wizard. But Mads Mikkelsen took on the role after Johnny Depp was fired from the role.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell you that I would let Mads Mikkelsen shove that Elder Wand up my ass
Okay. Okay.
and just fuck me with it.
Okay. All right.
Mads Mikkelsen is hot. I love him. He's an amazing actor. He's like Danish, I believe. He's got a great accent. He could I'll be his Dumbledore. I'll be his Dumbledore.
Speaking of
Can I be Dumbledore for Halloween? And I'm just a slutty Dumbledore?
how long were oh my god, your beard should be so long that it covers, your genitals.
Oh, yeah, it just
And
goes right
so
to my happy trail.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So, it'll
Yeah.
cover that up, but the rest of you is just naked.
Yeah, and I have the Elder Wand butt plug just right up there. Anyway, what were you gonna say?
Speaking of movies, I finally saw Turning Red. I watched
Oh my
it.
God.
Was it last night? I don't even remember. It was either last night or the night before that I watched it. I think it was Friday
Okay.
night that I watched it.
Slay.
We're currently recording on Sunday, April 10th. So I watched it 2 days ago. Have you seen it?
Yeah. We talked about it on this podcast. I said I saw it.
I don't, because one of you, Jackie or you, said you hadn't seen it yet, so I forget. I get my fags
Oh.
mixed up. Don't worry about it.
Uh, okay.
Anyway, so I finally saw it. So spoilers for anyone who wants to see Turning Red. Feel free to skip ahead 5 minutes or so if you don't want to hear about it. I thought
Yeah.
it was lovely. And I
Yeah.
think it speaks to a lot of relationships about, people with their moms.
Mhm.
And I felt it. I felt it in my soul. I felt like it was basically relatable to anybody, like the story
Mm.
that they were trying to tell between mother and daughter. So I don't get all these people saying like, "Oh, I didn't feel like this movie represented me. Like I don't see myself in this movie. How is this relatable at all?" I'm like, "What do you mean? How is it not
Yeah.
relatable? It's like a teenager growing up and trying to gain independence from their parent. Like, I feel like that's a pretty universal a universal
Yeah.
experience. So how is this not relatable content? I mean, come on.
I don't know. I mean, I think I said, because it was during our live episode that I talked about. I think I said like I was able to watch like a 12-year-old, whatever, 14-year-old, whatever, 12-year-old girl, you know, having her sort of pubescent awakening, turning into a giant panda, and I was still able to like empathize with her, even though she's completely not me at all. Just like
Yeah.
it's so easy to just see like, oh, like she just wants to have like freedom from her parent a little bit because her mom's overbearing. It's like, yeah, I can relate with that.
I mean, and it's a fun movie. She turns into a panda and then she starts making
Yeah.
money off of it, which I think is
And
fun.
the animation's so good though, because like a film like Soul, Pixar's Soul, the animation for especially for like the city background looked very realistic.
Hmm.
It's, because they're getting so good at it, which is cool, but I also like having the more cartoony style, that Turning Red has,
Ah.
as opposed to realism. Because, there's a place for realism, of course, but I think there's still a place for like comedic, funny, because it adds to the comedy, in the ridiculous of it, having that sort of cute,
Oh
cartoony
yeah.
animation style. I think it's great.
I will say not many movies actually make me literally laugh out loud.
Mm.
But many a times within this movie, I
Oh,
was laughing. Like, it was
yeah.
funny.
Like her interior emotional state when she like starts drawing the boy that she likes from the
Oh yeah,
band or
yes.
whatever, and she's like her eyes start glowing, and it's like,
She rolls under the bed,
yeah, we've all been there.
frantically drawing. I'm a terrible drawer. Can I tell you that I'm an awful, awful
Oh, I
drawer.
can't either. My sibling is really good at it. I start drawing and it looks like uh phantom limb syndrome. My hands isn't actually there and it's somehow
Oh,
drawing it.
I can draw if I'm like looking at a reference sheet of some sort. So like, if I'm looking at a picture of something and then I draw that thing, I'm pretty good at that.
Mm.
But drawing something from my head, I can't do it.
Oh
I can't
no.
do it.
I don't have a lot of skills.
Move it.
Um, I really don't have much, honestly. And the skills I do have are so not useful and niche. It's kind of like for example, like my ankle always cracks.
Right.
Like I can just keep
Same.
rotating it and it'll just keep cracking, and that's all I can do. It's kind of like a really bad party trick, and that's the only real skill I have.
I mean, my ankle also does that.
Which one? Is it both or just one of them?
It's just one of them. Do you have both?
Which No, just the right one.
Oh, it's also my right one. Are we the same
Well,
person?
oh my God. When we get together next time, can we just take a small video of us just cracking our ankle together
Yeah,
and then just put
I'm
it on your
trying to do
TikTok?
it right now, but I think I'm at a different a bad angle right now in the way I'm
Oh,
sitting.
yeah, it just keeps going.
Oh, I love that.
Anyway, Turning Red, one comment I have on it. I saw a post recently and it was like, we're having because us as millennials, we're getting old,
Yeah.
especially the upper level of millennial. Like the first millennials are at their oldest now, obviously.
Yeah.
And the post was like, you're seeing millennial filmmakers make films about their parents apologizing to them, which is something that we don't see. Well, we do see obviously in other films, but it's becoming. It was specifically about Asian filmmaking as well, with Turning
Mhm.
Red and Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's about, these parents apologizing to their kids for their behavior, for not understanding them, or things that they do. And I think that's a really, I think that speaks to just more than, the Asian community, but in general, I think it's nice to see that, you know, millennials who, when they were children, just wanted their parents to acknowledge them and apologize for some
Oh
of the things they
yeah.
did. And I think it's really wholesome because I want that.
Oh,
I want
same.
my parent, mostly just one of them. I'll let the listeners guess which one. I want one of them to earnestly apologize for some stuff.
Ooh.
Earnestly. That's the word I'm underscoring. I don't want
Mhm.
just some little rinky dink, I'm sorry. I want an earnest one.
I'm sorry. I'm not gonna guess.
As you know.
Because I know, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna say it on the podcast. Don't die over there. Don't die. Are you okay?
I was actually going to talk about my sickness on the second episode.
Okay. Well, finishing up Turning Red.
Yeah,
I just wanted to ask you, compared to Encanto and also Luca, which are two
yeah.
other Pixar films that have come out very recently, which would you say is your favorite? Rank them. Rank them.
Uh, Turning Red, Luca, and Encanto.
Okay. Okay.
I think that since one is a musical, it's sort of hard to compare them because if you're basing on music, obviously Encanto is probably the best.
Oh yeah.
But I ooh, oh I think Turning Red has the best message. I think it's the funniest. I think it really is just all around wholesome and good. There's a little bit of gay in there too, which I like. Um,
In Turning Red?
there's one second of her female friend, the quieter female friend that she has. I
Mm-hmm.
forgot her name. Not the angry one and not her best friend.
Yeah.
She is queer because she says that she likes another girl during the guy's birthday party that she goes to be a panda. There's like
Right.
a second that she references another girl at the party that she likes.
Oh, I did
Um,
not even
it's
pick up
so
on
quick.
that.
That's the problem, though. It's so
It's so quick that I need not even I, who is actively looking for gay in these films, I didn't even pick up on it.
yeah. And then Luca, I mean, I have a bias because I love all things Italian, and I think the me just projecting so much on them to be gay
Right.
really just pulls a lot out of the film for me. And in Encanto, I did like. I mean, I love the music, but I really hate the grandmother, and I
Oh
like that
yeah.
the grandmother apologized. I did not like that Maribel apologized as well because Maribel did nothing wrong.
Oh
Mirabelle?
yeah.
Is that the girl's name?
Mirabelle, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and like I also didn't like how Mirabel's mother did absolutely nothing to protect her daughter. I think those things actually happen, so it's real in real life. So to have
Mm-hmm.
that reflect in the film, it makes sense. But I don't like seeing it because I see too much of what I've seen in my family. I think the grandmother apologizing was very sweet, is very swell. She explains sort of in that song why she is acting the way she is and how she's very protective of the family. I don't think Mirabelle should apologize. She legit did nothing wrong. She was just bullied by her family for most of her life.
Oh, sounds
Fuck.
familiar.
It does. It does.
I will say my ranking. I'm gonna
Yeah, tell me.
say I think I liked Encanto the best out of all of them. Uh, um,
Sorry, I'm just sick.
then Turning Red, then
Yeah.
Luca.
Oh, so
As
we're inverse.
I loved all of them. I will say, like they were all great.
Hmm.
I yeah, I think that I just liked Encanto more. I feel like it had the most powerful message out of everything. Um, Luca, Turning Red was obviously fun, and it also had a really fun message. Not fun message; it
Yeah.
had a good message.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And as much as I loved Luca, I wish it was out actually like explicitly queer, which would have
Yeah.
made it better for me. But I did like it in general too.
The ending of Luca though is so sad. It really got me when he's on the train and
Yeah,
he's saying goodbye to his
leaving.
friend and the other one stays behind and there's that moment where I'm like, "Oh, they're gonna kiss." They didn't.
They didn't.
But like imagine if they did. I would have fucking screamed.
He left to go be straight with that girl, and it upset me.
Well, he didn't necessarily leave to be straight. He
I'm
left
just
to
saying
learn.
they're going to school together, the two of them. I know where it's going. If they make a follow up, I know where that's going.
I know, but if he kissed him, I would have. I don't even. My neighbors, I lived back in my old place. My neighbors would have heard me down the block and they've been like, I think that fag was just murdered.
Murdered.
Someone's killing him. Sounds like a woman just screamed 911.
Speaking of gay, you know who else I think is gay?
Who? Who do you think is gay?
The kid, the male character, the one male character in Turning Red, like the kid's birthday.
Oh,
I
because he
could.
loves the boy
He
band.
loves the boy band. He was getting real into it. Those eyes looking at them. He's gay. He's gay. Come on.
I mean, I would like that to be true, but I also you know, I would also like uh music to not be gendered slash sexualized in any way. Like, you know,
Mm.
like boys can like boy groups, girls can like girl groups, and vice versa, yada yada yada. Like, it shouldn't make him gay just because he really likes a boy group that is singing like, pop. Like, if I as a child liked One Direction, I am gay, obviously. Ugh. But but if I wasn't and I liked it and someone called me gay, they really shouldn't because there's no correlation there. But I do think he is. I just want to
um,
give the PC answer.
no, no, I get that, but
Yeah.
also I want my
But
fun.
also,
I want my fun, and I want him
yeah,
to be
you can
gay.
you
So,
can have your cake and you can eat it too. You
like,
can
I
eat that
agree with
cake's
you.
ass.
As in, liking a boy band doesn't necessarily mean you are gay,
But he is.
but he is.
But he is. Yeah. Yeah, he is. And I totally support it. And I like that he became like a friend in the end because he was kind of a dick.
Yeah, I love that. And then at the end, when they go play karaoke, he was there. When they go play
Yeah.
karaoke, when they go sing
Play,
karaoke, he was there.
you want to play karaoke with me later?
Yeah, let's get our microphones out, and
I'm gonna sing. Oh wait, what's your favorite karaoke song? Like, what's your go-to karaoke song?
uh, I really love my Britney. My
Oh
pull
yeah,
out the
yeah, yeah,
Britney songs.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Anything of that. Oh, Kelly Clarkson as well. Pull out the Kelly Clarkson
Oh
songs.
yes, I love
My
that.
fave, my fave. Since you've been gone, pull it out, and I would die. I would bust out that microphone, sing my ass off. For Since You've Been Gone.
It
How about
just your
you?
ass falls right. Oh,
What?
um, you know what's funny? I either vacillate at one of two ends. So I'll either do like, I'll pull out Ariana, even though I can't sing
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ariana.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'll do like, um, just something very popular. Or part of me is like, just go fucking weird. Go pull out something these people are only the ancient people are gonna know. I'm like, let me pull out some Patsy Cline, Eva Cassidy, fucking Billie Holiday, fucking what's her name? Whatever. Like these old female artists, singers that like only the older crowd are gonna know.
So basically, you're gonna pull out the songs that no one else in the room knows, so that it's just you singing.
Yeah, like a ballad. Like I want to sing "Fooling Around" by Patsy Cline or fucking I don't know, like Eva Cassidy's version of "Somewhere Over the Rainbow" or "Time is a Healer" or "Autumn Leaves." These like really good. "At Last."
I
You
don't know
don't know
any of
any.
these songs.
It's,
I don't
it's
know.
okay.
I'm
You know,
an uncultured person. I will say. I mean,
It's funny because as like a gay man, the queer community has like these pop stands, current, like, Ariana, Lady Gaga,
yeah,
Britney, blah
yeah.
blah blah
Dua
blah blah blah.
Lipa.
Oh, Miley, Dua Lipa. Um, but they're also, the gay community, especially the older generation, have a lot of these usually older women performers that meant a lot to them, and they still kind of bring it into the modern gay community. Like there are still young gays who do know about these quote unquote legends because of things they've learned from their gay elders. And it's just sad that a lot of our gay elders, this is sad, died in the HIV/AIDS
Oh,
crisis.
here we
And we
go.
lost a lot of those artists and a lot of people who did connect to those things. So I think it's important for young queer youth to, look into their queer history to not only see their queer elders, but also the people they idolize, like, older female singers or older female performers.
Wow. Do you think they loved Marilyn Monroe? I feel like the gays of them would have loved Marilyn Monroe.
I mean, she was fashion, so sure, I'm sure they did. Yeah.
I mean, I actually don't know.
I don't know either, but maybe. I'm not that great. Like I say all that stuff, but even I'm not like that well versed. I mean, I'm versed. Don't get me wrong. I'm
Oh,
versed. I'm just not well
tell me
versed.
about it. Tell me about it.
Okay, so when you say you're not well versed, it means you're versed, but you're really just a top.
Oh my god.
But I'm verse. I'm true verse. Like there's
I
chaotic
thought you.
verse, lawful verse.
Oh my god. Here we go on the scale of what is it? The alignment scale or
Alignment,
whatever.
yeah.
It's like
I'm true verse.
chaos to order or whatever, and then evil to good.
Yeah, I'm true verse. I'm right in the middle.
Right in the
Like,
middle. Okay.
yeah.
What's the scale? Is it like top and bottom, and then what?
Well, I think each one can be its own thing. Like, like a chaotic top is someone who's like fucking just obliterating you.
Chaotic top.
And chaotic bottoms are the ones that like eat your dick alive. Like you
Eat
just
your
rips right
dick
off.
alive. All right, all right.
All right, I'll workshop this. I'll kind of put it together, and maybe we'll see it one day on the Twitter.
Yeah, send me a chart. I feel like this exists already. I feel like I've seen
Oh,
it
I'm
on.
sure. I'm sure it
I feel
does.
like I've seen it on like gay Tumblr when Tumblr was a thing. Anyway, let's do a would you could you should you, and then we'll
Yeah.
sign out. I have one. Do you have one? You disgusting.
Uh,
You
hey.
this is our pod. No, I don't care.
All right, go. Go.
So you're dating Lil Nas, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, you've been dating for a couple months. You do the dirty occasionally. It's a good time. You're enjoying it. You're
Right.
having a good time. Um, so one day you're out to dinner with Monty. He's there.
What?
And you're talking about a movie you've seen recently. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows what movie it could be?
The Secrets of Dumbledore.
Maybe it's Secrets of Dumbledore. Yeah, you're talking about it, and you're telling him how you hated it basically.
Yeah, it's probably true.
And you're like, oh my god, I wish Dumbledore and that one other character had a gay sex scene.
Honestly, though, I'd watch the movie if that happened. I would.
And as you're talking about it, Monty, it's almost like he completes every sentence that you're saying.
Oh my
So
god.
when you
Okay.
say like, I wish Dumbledore and this other character had, and he goes, a gay sex scene, like,
And I'm just like, yes,
yes. And then
yes.
randomly during the middle of the dinner, he goes, I have to tell you something.
Oh my god.
I have to tell you something important.
Yes, Monty.
I can read your mind.
No, no, no. I'm not. Are you gonna ask me if I'm staying with him if he can read
I
my
mean,
mind?
yeah.
No,
No.
no. I don't want that. I really. I I don't.
Mm.
Because sometimes I'll think of weird shit.
Mm.
Like
Like what?
it's just strange. I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna be made fun of on my own podcast.
I mean, that's
It's.
all I do anyway. So
I think there should be a level of privacy between even spouses.
okay.
Not like, you shouldn't be hiding things intentionally in terms of cheating on them. But there should be a level of privacy in that, and it's an invasion of privacy. If he had told me when we first met, hey, I can read minds, I haven't read yours yet because you haven't given me permission yet, that would be a different
Oh,
story.
like consensual reading your mind. Yeah,
Yeah, but he's already done it.
yeah.
He basically entered my skull, took a look
Yeah.
around, and didn't even warn me.
I mean,
It's
but he
assault.
still loves you anyway. He still wants to be with you, even after a couple months of being able to do it.
Oh my god, he probably heard all the dirty stuff I was talking about. I mean, I guess that's nice, but like, I don't know. It must be such a burden to be able to read minds.
I mean, can he control it, or can he?
I don't know. It's
Can he
your
turn it on and
scenario.
off?
You tell me. Is it
um,
something like it's like his ears are just open and he always hears people's thoughts?
I think it's probably like it's always open. It's not necessarily something he can control.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Oh well.
I wouldn't. I'd say, Monty, we had a good time. If you want to keep fucking, we can keep fucking. But I want to be with someone who doesn't know my every waking thought. And he'd be like, "I'll keep dicking you down." And I'm like, "Okay, write a
Okay.
song about me."
Okay. Wow. Amazing. All right, your turn.
Okay. All right. Um. Okay, I got one.
Okay.
So if J.K. Rowling
Oh no.
came out, not came out,
As a
came out.
gay.
No. I mean, actually, it doesn't matter. Sure. If J.K. Rowling came out in support of transgendered people,
Complete
went
180. Okay.
went back on the turf, said, she was like, I did some self-reflection, I did some reading,
Mm-hmm.
I took a class, I did the 12-step program,
Right.
for being a turf.
Right. Conversion
And
therapy.
I had conversion therapy. I'm now no longer a cunt.
Mm.
Um, I believe that trans people exist. I believe that they are women and they are men, or they are whatever they say they are. And she apologized. I know you're not a big Harry Potter fan, but let's just say you were and you
Okay.
did feel uncomfortable about continuing to be a fan. If she apologized, would that be enough to kind of get you back on board, you think?
I think if I was perhaps already a fan,
Yeah.
I do believe that people can change. I
Yeah.
I believe that. So if I was already a fan, maybe I would be back on board with it, but
Hmm.
I'm not. Maybe I would go see, Secrets of Dumbledore or whatever. Will I enjoy it?
Dumbledore.
I don't know. Dumbledore.
Me. Halloween. Dumbledore.
Would I buy that Harry Potter game? Probably not. I don't think I would have bought it either way. Uh,
Oh yeah, I'm not buying it either way. Okay,
even if
well,
she did say that, I probably wouldn't buy it. Me as myself, no, not me as a Harry Potter stan.
right. Yeah, because I don't like giving to people who have these kind of views. I don't like supporting people financially. So, buying any of her content or anything that she has somehow made will give her money. I don't like doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Part of me wants to see the Fantastic Beasts film just because I do want to see how the gay relationship is portrayed.
Mm.
Um, I've heard that it is explicitly stated that because that they are indeed lovers, or at least they were, because they're no longer in a relationship anymore. So I just want to see how it's portrayed, or if it's even like a main focal point of the film.
Probably
But I
not.
don't I don't want to give her money, because
Neither
she
do I.
writes she writes the film. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to just legally download it so no one gets money from it.
There you go.
And then, because I've said it on podcast, the whatever company group FBI is gonna come and yeah.
The podcast FBI, the podcast
They've
CSI.
they've they've heard that I'm like illegally downloading a film and they're gonna arrest me.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The police are listening to our podcast right now,
Yeah.
waiting for
Hello,
us to say
hello,
something.
hello, officer.
Oh,
Hi. Can you I I can you come over? I have something stuck in my ass. If you could come get it out, that'd be great. Thank you. Okay. 911.
Oh,
Yeah, he'll be saying
great.
that. He'll be saying,
Yeah, me as myself, I probably would just continue to not support, because I probably wouldn't do so anyway. But
yeah,
if I was a Harry Potter stan, maybe, because I again, I do like to think that people can change.
yeah.
Um, Although I guess in terms of J.K. Rowling, she's already done so many terrible things.
Yeah,
Um,
she really just keeps digging herself deeper into a
yeah, I
hole.
don't know if it's forgivable at this point. Like if it's making one mistake and then you're corrected and then you're like, "Oh, let me learn more about this." That's
Yeah,
fine. Like I'm
yeah,
fine with that. But if you're someone like J.K. Rowling who's already done so many bad things and already harmed the community so much, maybe you're not
yeah.
forgivable. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's a big question that I don't think we can answer.
I don't think we can like if Donald Trump randomly like tomorrow said I was wrong, like the election wasn't stolen, Joe Biden is the president, and also I'm pro-choice, and also like I shouldn't have banned all those Muslim people from traveling to the U.S. and like
Yeah.
apologize for everything he did. I don't think I would forgive him. He
No,
did
I
too many
wouldn't.
bad
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, I guess it's really I guess I have to enroll in an ethics course and then I have to figure it out. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've got to talk to Chidi Anagonye and
Oh my
get
God.
my
Oh
ethics
yeah.
lesson.
And what was her name?
Eleanor,
Eleanor
Ele-
Shellstrop.
Eleanor Shellstrop.
I loved Ted Danson and Darcy Carden that they played Michael and fucking
Janet.
Janet. But then I remembered that Ted Danson did blackface once, and then I was like, oh right. So I just like Darcy Carden now.
There it is. I did not know that.
I think he did it while dating Oprah Winfrey, and she thought it was funny.
Oh, well, okay.
Different
Well,
times back in the day,
different times.
Anyway, we're gonna end on blackface. This has been the What Do the Gays Think
It
podcast.
has been.
Um, I am, of course, so enthralled, so beloved to have you as our listeners and viewers. You can find us on any podcasting platform
Ah.
such as Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and you can watch us on YouTube. Just type in "What Do the Gays Think" on YouTube. You have to search for account because if you type it and you just put the video, it's just a bunch of weird videos. We also have a Twitter at WDTGAYS. TGT podcast, which has all of the information you need, such as our link tree, which will take you to things like our Redbubble for merch, which you know, some merch for the girls. And then of course we have a Discord, Pride Empire. Because that Discord is in relation to not only our community, but also our Twitch streams at What Do the Gamers Think? GAYMERS. We stream, excuse me, I'm sick. We stream usually on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but sometimes we'll throw a curveball in.
It's Mondays and Thursdays.
It's Mondays and Thursdays. I haven't done this outro in a while, so I'm a little rusty. We stream Mondays and Thursdays, and with of course the beloved, the incomparable, the main loving Jackie, which you can find on Twitter at king_Jacqueen, JAKWEEN. And I'm throwing this little plug in for them just so I can shame them later for not listening to this episode because we plugged them. And of course, I am Patrick.
Oh, and I am a red panda, Matt.
I'm Dumble Whore.
Okay.
Getting that fucking elder wand just shoved up there.
Okay. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.